Okay, question 2. Consider the function f of x equals x squared minus 5. Provide a right-hand point summation of the area under the graph of f of x between x equals -4 and x equal to 6 using n equals 5 triangles. So in this case, we had to find the area under the triangle from the right side, so we know that the equation would be from R5, since we have 5 triangles, equals change of x times the f naught of x. That would be f naught of x plus fx of 1 plus fx of 2 plus fx of 3 plus fx of 4. You would step at 4 because that's altogether that's 5 triangle. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Your x naught would just be considered 1, and then x1 is 2, x2 is 3, x3 is 4, x4 is 5. Altogether it's 5 triangles, or 5 rectangles I should say. Now in order to find this, you have to find your change of x, which is b minus a over n. And your b is a is just your interval, your interval, which is equal to your a and your b is equal -4 and 6. So now you can put that into the equation b minus a over n. You have 6 minus 4, 6 minus -4 over 5. Simplify that, that's 6 plus 4 over 5. Simplify that further, that's 10 over 5, which is just 2. So the change of x is 2. Now, in order to find f naught of x, you have to plug in your change of x into the given equation. So your f naught of x would equal 2 squared minus 5. Actually, before we can do that, we have to look at the equation again. Because in order to find your x naught, actually, your x naught would equal your f of x. Your fx naught would be from the first interval of a plus the change of x. So that would be -4 plus 2, which is -2. Do the same thing for fx of 1. So then you have -2 because you carry on from there. You continue from there, so -2 plus 2 equals 0. Fx of 2, you do the same thing. Continue from 0 plus 2. It's just going to be 2. Fx of 3, that's going to be 3 plus 2, or 2 plus 2, because you just continued from there. So 2 plus 2, which equals 4. And your fx of 4 equals 4 plus 2, which is 6. Now you found all of your values of f. So now you can plug that into, you plug these values back into the original equation of f of x, because what you're doing is you're finding the inside value. So what you did was you found the value of x naught, x1, x2, x3, and x4. So this shouldn't really be there. So then you can plug these values to find the actual f naught, f1, f2, and f3, and f4. So in this case, you just use the original equation. You plug these values back into the original equation. So you would have -2 -2 squared minus 5, which equals 4 minus 5, which equals -1. Then you'd have 0. So 0 squared is 0 minus 5, which is -5. Your next value is 2, so 2 is squared minus 5. So you'd have 4 minus 5 again, which is just -1 again. And use your next value, 4 squared minus 5, which is 16 minus 5, which is 11. Your next value, your last value should be 6. So 6 is squared minus 5, which is 36 minus 5, which is 31. So now that you find these values, so this is your fx, f naught, fx of 1, fx of 2, fx of 3, and fx of 4. So now you find these values, you can plug them in to this equation. So R5 is equal to your change of x, which is 2, times your f naught, which is -1, plus your x, the x of 1, which is -5, plus your x of 2, which is -1, plus your x of 3, which is 11, and plus your x of 4, which is 31. And you simplify that, you'd have R5 equals 2 times -1 plus -1 minus 5 is -6 minus 1 is -7. So -7 plus 11 plus 31, 42. 42. Simplify that further, R5 equals 2 times 42 minus 7. This becomes 3, 12, 5, 35. Therefore, R5 equals 2 times 35, and your R5 is, I believe, 70, if my math is correct. So again, just for a quick summary, in order to find the area under estimated area under the graph, you had to use the equation change of x times your f naught plus your fx of 1 plus your x of 2, x of 3, and x of 4. These are the number of rectangles you have, which is 5. You have 5 rectangles. And in order to find x naught, x1, x2, x3, and x4, you just had to go from, depending on if it's right or left, in this case we were given the right, so we'd use our a point, which is -4, so -4 plus our change of x, which is 2. We go here. So -4 plus our change of x, which is 2. And then we continue on from there because that would be the second triangle. So then, or second rectangle. So x of 1 is equal to -2 plus 2, which is 0. And you do that so on for all of your knots. And then once you found that, you can plug those into the original equation because you'd have f of the x. So what you're doing first is you're finding the x value plus the change of x, and then you're plugging that value back into this equation to find f of x. And there you can just use this equation to help simplify. After that, you should get R5 equals 70.